Kawasaki have kindly lent me their ZX-6R, and we do have like a pacer vehicle with us, which is a little bit of a downside. I was kind of hoping to have a bit of a blast. This bike is a 636cc inline 4, so it's a bit of a weapon, lightweight weapon. Oh, she's got some pip to her. One thing I've noticed about the inline 4s is they're crazy smooth compared to any other bike. Basically, it comes down to the more pistons you have, the smoother the bike's going to feel. And down that low end, there's not going to be much torque to it. But when you get into the high end, that's when you really feel the power. So these kind of bikes aren't great for city use, just because you have to be revving it out all the time to really feel it. It's good for casual stuff if you don't care about the power, but it's more for the open highway, long roads, stretch it out, open the gear up. Woo! She's nippy, bro, for a 600. Woo! Woo! Oh, decent brakes too, that's good. Good to see. Very good to see. So far, I'm incredibly impressed with the ergonomics of this bike, the way it feels. Like, just leaning it, cornering, it's so effortless. Some of the bigger bikes, including my R1, Yamaha R1, it's a little bit harder to move around, especially the V2 as well. You've really got to throw it into the corners. This bike just flows, like I'm barely doing any counter steering on this. Just a slight lean and it moves. I think anyone wanting an inline bike, most of us want that inline 4 like the Yamaha, for example, or the ZX-10R, but they're not that practical for street use. This kind of bike is that best middle ground. You're still going to get crazy power and you're going to get that awesome sound of the high revs. For me, it's the high revs that I absolutely love. But with the R1, to even feel it in first or second, you've got to be going like 150 kilometers an hour, which is obviously loss of license speed. For a stock exhaust as well, this sounds quite nice. It's smooth, very, very smooth. I really want to, I don't know if this is clutchless shifting or not, but I'm not going to risk it. I probably should have checked the stats out of this bike a little bit better. Now, comparing this to my V2, that little pull out there, it didn't really feel like much. But then again, I'm not really redlining it the same, and a V2 is a completely different power delivery. I want to get some good corners where I can really open it up, get that lean down, see how it feels. This brother needs to move. Oh my god, that's so smooth. So smooth. Very, very smooth. Holy. Oh my god, this is... Bro, this feels crazy. Makes me feel like I'm on a racetrack, just hearing that inline 4 scream. And the big difference between the Yamaha inline 4s and the Kawasaki's and the Hondas is that Yamaha 4s have a cross-plane engine, these do not. So these ones, you'll hear that high-pitched whine, but the Yamahas, you'll hear that, it's almost like more of a rumble. Still high-pitched, but like a rumble effect. Pretty, god, it's so agile, it's insane. I do notice the battle in the wind a little bit more compared to a bigger bike. But that's that just comes down to the weight of a vehicle and its aerodynamics. The aerodynamics of this aren't great, but yeah, it's just the pure weight difference. If you hop on a high boozer, you don't even feel the wind. But then again, that bike weighs 260 versus this one here is probably just shy of 200, 180 maybe. It's got some nip, man. So who is this bike for? I'd say this bike is for that classic street squid that wants to go fast, but also doesn't want to die. This is the perfect bike for you. You've got that race, you've got that engine race tone, that awesome high pitch sound. You don't have to be going crazy fast to hear it. You could just sit in first or second gear, rev it out. Like just then you saw I got to about 80 in first or second, and it was pretty much at the red line. And if you slap a nice exhaust on this, man, this bike will be insane. Another thing I'm noticing as well compared to my V2, which is a two-piston bike, when you downshift, you don't get as much engine braking with this bike. Whether I believe that's just an inline 4 thing, but also being a 600cc range, it's not going to have as much. These gears are really nice and long as well, I'm noticing, which is great for the streets. You don't want to be shifting all the time. I do find the bigger bikes you get, the more you can get away with having... I find you can get away more without shifting as often. The downside though is that it's so long that it takes ages to get to that shift point. And then also your low end speed with a bigger bike is you can't really sit below 30 in first gear without on and off the clutch. At least for my V2 and the R1 it was kind of like that. But this bike here, I feel like I could get it pretty low. Like I'm in second gear and I'm sitting at 40. In my V2 and R1 I'd still be in first gear easily and I'd probably be feathering the clutch. If I shift down to first, this is a little bit much. Like we're starting to sit around that 6k range, which is probably what you want for more aggressive riding when you want to be ready to use your engine braking on the corners. Oh, that's so aggressive. So smooth, man. No vibrations like my V2. Suspension as well. I'd just say this is probably quite a stock standard suspension. I haven't had a good look at it yet, but it feels nice. It's built for the streets. It's allowed to have a little bit more bumps and bruises with it. But if you start getting performance bikes like the V2, not the 2025, the 2024 and older, the suspension is very, very stiff and it's not that great in shitty road conditions. Like, happily sitting in third gear. It's halfway up the rev range. I'm impressed with how long these gears are. And it's still got heaps of power with it. It's not destroying the bike either. Very impressed. Very fun. I'd love to really pin this on a massive straight. But of course, we're in a test riding situation here. So I'm not going to be stupid. As much as I'd like to. It would be cool if they gave us an opportunity to go on a dead straight somewhere, even if it was a side road, a track, anywhere, and really test the bike. Like, this does test it pretty good. Like, you know, we're pushing speeds here. I must say, the test route they picked, they nailed it. This is beautiful. We got a really good mixture of highway entries, long straight back roads, and then some city riding as well. So there you get the feel of that low speed on and off the clutch type of situation, as well as the high speed vibes as well, just to know what you're going into. After I finish this test ride, I'll sit down and have a good think about this bike and decide kind of who it's for, the benefits of it. Obviously I'll put all the stats up on the screen, and you guys can flick me any questions down in the comments or into my DMs and I'll answer them for you. But man, I'm very impressed. I got a few friends who own this bike already. Man, they absolutely love it and I can see why. I have considered dropping down from the V2 to a bike like this just because I love the sound of that high revving, but I just don't want to be going stupid speeds all the time. Oh my god, that is so much fun. Stop looking at me, I'm not going to hit you. I don't blame her, she's scared. You see some fucking black, what is it, I don't blame her for being scared. You see a black Power Ranger behind you, hunched over on a crotch rocket. I'd be a little bit nervous too. Woo. 6th gear, 7th gear, 8th gear. Bro, even in 6th gear, it's still pulling. Holy shit. I don't know what the top speed of this bike is, but it must be pushing just over 200 is my guess. One thing I find with a lot of bikes, including the super bikes, is they don't really have a huge speed difference from each other. They kind of gear them so that they're practical to get up to that, okay, I say practical, to get up to 300 k's an hour, which is far more than enough than anyone ever needs. But yeah, they'll try to keep them around that 200k max range or that 300k max range, no matter what type of engine arrangement it has or power arrangement. Do I try it? Nah, I really want to try if it's got a quick shift downshift. It should, but I'm not risking it. If this was a leader bike, I would, because they come standard usually now. Oh yeah, supercharge! Woo! Woo! That's so much fun. Alright, this is a chance to get a little bit of a corner maybe. I don't know what's coming up, that's the issue. Oh my god, man, this bike is insane. Honestly, I don't really have many words for it. I'm so impressed. And for the record, you don't need to go and buy the 2026 model like this one. Just go and buy anything that's remotely new. As long as it's after, I think, 2014 with the ABS law requirements kicked in. I kind of want to get past these guys so I could go for a little blast. I know the lead rider would not mind. But I don't want to freak them out. He did say there's a whole range of expertise here, I should say. And then what's over that hill, you know, like, they're not gonna like me flying by. Maybe in this next corner. Yes, brother, it's just a possum. Nobody cares. Also, nice to have mirrors I can actually see through. All I have to do is tuck my elbow in slightly. My mirrors are pretty shit. But bar ends do look nice and cool. See, if I knew these roads, I'd probably overtake. But I don't want to be that guy that crashes the test bike on a test weekend. And then that's another thing, no one else will be able to test ride it for the rest of the day. That would suck. I would hate to come here to test this bike and the previous guy wiped out on it. How embarrassing. Especially in my position, I should know how to ride. What do we got? What do we got? I just want one nice little wide corner that I can see the end, and there's no plebs in front of me. Was this open? No, definitely not. This is a fucking nice section of road. Absolutely ate that terrain up just there, that bump. I'll be honest, my V2 would struggle on that. It would really be bouncing around, and yes, I've had my suspension set up. It's too stiff, but this really just ate it. You saw the lack of vibration from there. I could have kept on the gas there at top speed and it wouldn't have been a problem. The hardest thing about buying a sport bike is all of the competition in that same category that you want. And personally, I don't think there's a huge difference between any of the 600cc inlines or whatever model you're going for. It basically comes down to looks. The prices might have a couple grand here or there, and if that's make or break to you, then definitely just go for the cheaper model. Ow, that hurt. And then also there might be a slight power difference as well between them. It's usually not enough to realistically notice, but if that bothers you that much, but you still like the look of that other bike, then get that bike, chuck an exhaust on, do a remap, lighten the bike a little bit. Like, there's all sorts of stuff you can do. You can change your sprocket ratios. Couple cheeky passes, let's go. What's it about these guys get mad at me at the end of this? If I offended you, I'm sorry. But I saw the bro was like looking down at something and I was like, come on man, we've got places to be. Got another test ride after this. Let's see if I can get past Olma here on the Honda 500 Rebel, I believe. Yeah, oh, see you later, buddy. Woo! How good! That was crazy. That was crazy. I was not going for the overtake on that. Not worth the risk. I don't know what it is about biking, but the satisfaction of absolutely ripping it past people is just uncomparable. I want to know what that same level of satisfaction would be for, say, dirt biking, anything off-roading, and with the cars as well. Is it the same, like filtering through traffic, or off-roading? Is it just fucking pinning it through a forest and hope to God you don't die? Let me know down in the comments, because for your sport, I want to know what that kick is that gives you that adrenaline rush. Because for me, it's that with the biking. That absolute ripping it top gear, inline 4 type feel, man, it's so obnoxiously entertaining. It just feels so good. It's incredibly addictive. I want to get past this chick, low key. She's kind of quick though, see, I would have fucked that, and I probably would have died. I don't know what she was on, 400? Something? We're low-key losing the group though, it's kind of crazy. Have we actually lost the group? That's fucking insane. Oh, I see some bikes. Yes, yes, I see a finger on the indicator. You go, girl, you got this. We got this. She's probably like a better rider than me, I just have no idea. Probably absolutely smoke me and I'm just sitting here judging. She's looking in the... Fine, I'm just a little bit more reckless. And as soon as I can get past this guy... Oh, a little bit dicey here. Oh my god. Yes! I think we hit a top speed, holy shit! I'm pretty sure I saw 200 on the dash, my guy. Holy shit. That was invigorating. Holy fuck. Woo! Let's go! Oh my god, this bike hums. 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 Oh shit. I don't know what... I should have checked what rubber they have on this bike. I imagine it's going to be good tires. But yeah, I just don't know if I trust it enough to send it on the corners.